go live button. I'm an idiot. Hello. I'm here talking to myself. Hopefully, I see. Here's the thing: I've never scheduled it out to where it was like, um, what am I trying to say? Where it is scheduled out the stream. I usually just hit the start streaming and it just begins. And now I had to hit the go live button. So the question is, will it actually like turn on and go live? Is the question. There we go. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, so if that's the case, I'm going to leave that there to make sure I'm not dying, and I'm going to talk to you for a second. Before we begin this lovely thing called a listening party, I want to go ahead and talk to you about my channel. This is going to serve as an update video of some sort because I do have some major updates that have happened on my channel. The main thing being that normally on YouTube, you have to hit 1,000 subscribers and 5,000, 4,000, 5,000 watch hours, something like that, before you can get partnered in the program. Well, they recently changed that to where you can be semi-partnered with it and then fully partnered at 1,000. Now, what does that mean? That means if you have at least 500 subs and a certain number of watch hours, I think it's 3,000, you now are able to have like the super thanks and the likes and all that other stuff that's happening. So you're going to notice on my videos that I now am able to do like memberships where if I can get enough people to do that, not that I'll ever ask anyone to do that, but if I do get people to get that done, then I will start being able, one, I'll make some side money off of this, which is nice, but two, and more importantly, I can have these like viewing parties and stuff. So I'm using this as kind of a little of a test stream of being like, hey, this is something fun I could do with just like channel members at some point. Also, channel members will be able to have their names either be here or be up there. Those are all things that are going to be happening eventually, depending on whenever that happens. I'm never going to ask someone to be a membership specifically. May a membership be a member. I'm not going to do that. I'm mostly going to be like, hey, if you want to support the cause, go put some money right there, whatever. If you don't ever want to become a membership, you can always do the thing where you just donate, which I think is called a super thanks or something like that. I don't know. I was watching a video and I saw that there was like a thanks button on the YouTube thing next to like the subscribe and all that other stuff. I think what that does is like it's kind of like doing a donation like they would do on the Twitch or whatever. So if that ever happens, I'll end up seeing like a list of donations and maybe putting that down somewhere. I haven't decided because this is all very new to me. Now, what happens at 1,000 is that you will be able to we'll start getting ads on stuff, I think, which is really neat. And other things happen, but I don't remember what those other things are. So long story short, now semi-partnered with YouTube, now can have donations and whatchamacallit. I'm using this little section of me streaming being like, hey, this is the thing I'm going to point people to where if you want to learn about what's going to happen, I just explained all of it. Now, let's get on to the piece de resistance of what we want to do today. I have been doing Teacher React for a while, and there's a group that I have fallen in love with, and that is this group right here. There we go, Xdinary Heroes. Now, hold on, I'm taking a drink. I've always thought maybe I could do a listening party of Xdinary heroes, and this previous like three previous videos that I've watched of them where it was freaking bad, more importantly Dear H and Good Enough were great, more than good enough, pun intended, to where I'm going to go ahead and stream the rest. I just want to listen to the rest of this. I have not listened to Bicycle, Come Into My Mind, Checkmate, and Man in the Box. So I have 4 just completely blind reactions that we're going to have. And then we're also going to watch those other 3 music videos again, just because now I'm going to throw in a little bit of a twist. Because if you were wanting to watch this, I wanted to have something to talk about, especially because I'm not a very well-known streamer or YouTuber or whatever. I'm not popular. We know this already. So if I don't have anyone to talk to, I want to be able to talk about something, which brings us to what you probably see the 7 million tabs that are open on my thing right now. There is a website that's an AI website called Songtell, and what it is, it takes an AI, artificial intelligence, and basically runs the lyrics of songs and whatnot to tell you what that song's about. Now, I checked some English songs and it seems to be somewhat accurate from what I can tell, but I've never done K-pop stuff through it. And I figured, hey, this will give me something to read, and then we can listen to a song, then we can read and listen, do all that. And you know what? Learn as we're doing this, because there's one thing that I've always been commented on by many people in my comment section, and that's you should do more research on the songs. And so that's what we're going to do today. Some live research. What that means is I'm just going to read what the song's about. And if it's not about those things, well, then, oh well. But my main thing was I wanted to see if I could get this done. I talk with my hands a lot if you couldn't tell. So now that I've done the intro and everything, and if you're watching the VOD, you probably skipped past this already because I'm going to go ahead and timestamp everything when I'm done here because I already know that there's a typo in the description and it really annoys me. So we have first Come Into My Head. Hold on. And I've not listened to this song at all. So we're going to go ahead and look and see what the lyrics are. It says, meaning to come into my head by Xdinary Heroes. Come Into My Head by Xdinary Heroes is a song about being infatuated with someone and wanting them to be a part of your life. The opening lines of the song suggest that the person the singer desires is not available, implying that they are unreachable or unobtainable. The chorus, Come Into My Head, represents the singer's wish for their love interest to be a constant presence in their thoughts and dreams. The first verse describes how deeply the infatuation has taken hold of the singer. They feel that the person they desire is the only one in the world, and that they are hopelessly stuck in their thoughts. The pre-chorus suggests that the person they desire should have fun and let loose, which could indicate that the singer is trying to convince their love interest to take a chance on them. Second verse talks about how much the singer thinks about their love interest, showing that they cannot get them out of their mind. They describe how they would be willing to spend all day with them and make their life a playground for their love interest to enjoy. The bridge details how much the singer wants their love interest to be a part of their life and how they hope the person they desire feels the same. Overall, the song is an upbeat and catchy expression of love and infatuation with a strong desire to connect with the person they desire on a deeper level. With that being said, I want to listen to some music. If you end up watching this, please comment below. I love to have people to talk to. If you're here actually watching, please give me a like, comment, all that other stuff. If you're watching the VOD, like the video. It makes it do something. I don't know what. Really, it just makes me feel good. And lastly, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. And when we hit 1,000, I'll be really excited about this. So we have Come Into My Head, the official audio. I'm going to big-size it real quick because it really annoys me when I don't do that. And let's just jam out because that's what I want to do.
The number you have found is not available at present.
See, I'm already excited about this. I'm going to turn it up in my headphones. Reminds me of Happy Death Day when they yell Xdinary Heroes. Dude, they go so hard in every song. Dude, it almost has like a hip-hop feel to it.
I'm telling you. Welcome to my playground.
Great harmonies. Dude, that guitar goes so hard. Ah. That's the chorus. Dude, I'm gonna be like shaking this entire time, like just bouncing along to the music. It's so good. Just every song's going to be that way. Oh, what a weird thing they did to the guitar. Almost spooky, like Halloween-esque. I love the cadence in their voice when they sing. Oh, the whispering really puts an emphasis on the subtle bass in the background. Dude, it's so good. And honestly, like, you don't get a lot of screaming in the stuff, or at least I haven't in much of the stuff I've listened to. Dude, the wobbliness, what is that thing called in the Guitar Hero when you do the whammy bar? It's what it sounds like. I like the background noise. It's nice. Dude, the plottiness of the dump, that thing, it's very hip hop. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace. But it's probably because I've just been listening to their ballads so much. Is that the end? That's very video game right there. Oh, that's the end? Oh no, that's the end. Okay, we'll get to Freaking Bad in a second. What a great song. Hold on, let me go back. Can I go back? Oh, thank you, YouTube, for knowing what we're doing.
The number you are calling is not
What a nice little like bop, right? Like the keeping up that same rhythm of the that entire thing is great. And like, yeah, there's some things that could come off as like, I'm gonna turn this down for a little bit while I can talk. There's some things that could come off as really like pushing away if you're not into that kind of voice. Like, for example, when people do the screamy voice, or like what he's doing right now with this stuff, which is kind of just the yelly, talky, whatever. Some people might not like that. Me, on the other hand, I find it fucking great. I love all of it. It's great. I mean, besides that, like, there's one thing I could always talk about in there, and I'm going to mention this during another song. Besides their vocals being great, I love how much that their vocals are put forward in their song to where you can hear every word that they're saying, every syllable of what they're doing, which is really fun. It also helps a lot, for example, when they start to do English in a song, because then somebody like me who doesn't speak Korean can latch onto that even more. Like, for example, when they get to this part right here and it's like he goes into that welcome to your playground or whatever, like I immediately caught onto that being English, and it wasn't like buried behind instrumental, like right here, right after this.
I'm telling you.
Well, that's English, yeah, here. Which, by the way, all of them have great vocals. We know that already, right? Like, that's something you're gonna hear me say a lot. But man, what a great... I'm gonna go back up. Like, you have the whispering and stuff, which is good. Is there anything else that I really want to talk about? I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit of a check to make sure my stream's working while we're here. Okay, cool. Always gotta make sure that the music's actually working. Because I've never actually streamed music, right? So, like, I know as soon as this goes up as a VOD, like, Xdinary Heroes is gonna, like, claim every single song, which is great. It's their music. They should be claiming their stuff. But there's certain artists and whatnot that immediately take down music from YouTube if you are doing a reaction stuff to it. I've done so many Xdinary Hero stuff where I know that they're not going to do that. It's just different because it's a stream, right? So, like, it just depends. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the main single, which was Freaking Bad. But before we do that, we need to read these lovely, also with less, which is nice, read whatever the AI thinks this song about. Mr. AI, what is this song about? It says, the song Freaking Bad by Xdinary Heroes is about embracing one's inner bad qualities and accepting them as part of themselves. The lyrics talk about how the artists were born to be bad and always have been drawn to the dark side. They revel in their badness, challenging others to see who is the maddest and the baddest. Despite the potential consequences, they're willing to embrace their badness and continue down their chosen path. The chorus talks about being stuck with someone, regardless of how hard you try to push them away, and it's how it's essential to accept and love the parts of yourself and your partner that aren't necessarily good. The post-chorus evaluates the negative influence someone can have on another person and how it impacts their mood. The song's overall message is that everyone has a little bit of devil inside them. Embracing it can lead to a fuller, more honest version of yourselves. Assuming this is correct, because once again, this is AI. I have no idea if this is true or not. What a great message to a song being like, hey, every person is flawed, right? So like every person has these lesser good things about themselves, and some people have bad things about them. Like I can name a few flaws in myself. Like for example, I suck at reading. There's other flaws as well, like my total love of gambling. The point is that don't gamble, kids. The point is that or responsibly, whatever. That if you put the I shouldn't even say it. Anywho, great message. Let's go ahead and listen to Freaking Bad. Now, interesting enough, of all the three songs that we did listen to, this being the first one that we listened to from this album, I really like this, by the way, but like I wasn't all keen on it on the very, very first listen through I did way back in the original Teachers React that I did for that. And my assumption is because I loved Test Me so much. And Strawberry Cake is probably still top tier song for me. So this was probably just something that over time I've gotten used to, because I started playing this in the classroom that I teach, because once again, it's called Teacher X because I'm a teacher. So, let's go ahead and jump right into freaking bad. Which, by the way, this little part of them being in front of the thing with their heights and whatnot, right, it's here. I love being able to capture all that for the thumbnail. You talk about songs that have a great singing tempo. That is. The rhythm of their voices, great. Their voices are also so good. And this goes back to like the whole like screaminess of it. Is something a lot of people might not like. But I much prefer this one compared to like Heavy Death Day. That song's a jam too, by the way. Dude, they're so good looking. It's so hard to not watch a music video of theirs and just thirst the entire time. Dude, I love that they took out the instrumental and then bring it back with their voices. That's also a good thing. Oh, man. Dude, his voice is so good. All of them are, but still. You just wait until we get to good enough. I'm gonna be, like, dying over here. This one right here, that little shot reminded me of Strawberry Cake. Because it was all of them in like a corridor or whatever. I know in that one it was a subway, but still. Great guitar solo. I'm so glad that they had a guitar solo that like most of their songs do, but like, oh, he's so good at it, at what he does. So good at it. Oh, I'm hoping one of these songs that I haven't listened to has like a drum solo or something. That'd be cool. Dude, keyboardist dude, whose name I definitely forgot, is eating up the camera every single time. He just is great. I'm talking about the dude on the left. Dude on the right, same thing, but like, oh man, his voice right here. This part, that is fucking great wordplay. We'll talk about that. Oh man, what a great pun. I don't know if it's pun or just wordplay. It's still great. Then we get like a little keyboard thing. Oh, great. What great finger work on the keyboard. I don't know if that's appropriate to say. I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. What great finger work on the keyboard. Everything about, like, every single part of them. And that is, like, one thing I definitely really enjoy. We're going to talk about that as well. I'm going to gush over them for a second because this is their main thing. One thing that pulls me into them a lot over other groups is that every member is a star in their own right. As in, every song that I've seen them do, every member usually has some type of standout part, and every single you could not have a Xdinary Heroes song with like one of the members missing, whatever. It's a freaking great. I love how they each have their own personalities to them and whatnot, because there's a lot of like, we react to a lot of boy groups when it comes to like the K-pop stuff. And there's a lot of times I've always said that like you need to be able to have somebody stand out, have people stand out and be their own person, and together they make the group. This is a perfect example how each one of them have their own inflections, the own way they sing, the own way they act, they look in the music video, the own way they do stuff, and it's just great, right? So besides that, where is that? I think it's right here probably, if I had to guess. We'll go right here. There's a little bit of a wordplay going on at one of the parts, which has been talked about just ad nauseum. Like everyone has told about it, which is the line, "If you seek it, why are you?" or "Why owe you?" Something like that. I'm gonna have to listen in a second. Which is like a homonym version of "FUCKYOU," which is fucking great. I'm gonna have to listen for a second so I can like hear what it's. Why are you or why owe you? I think if you seek it, why are you? I'm gonna listen for a second. It's over right around here. Dude, his voice is fucking great though. Yeah. If you seek it, Y-O-U. Oh, so great. Great. I love that you can take that English like that. There's another song. Oh, I had it before we started recording or before we started streaming that did something very similar where it spells out something, but then like when you say it out loud, it says an actual phrase. But oh man, I swear. What is it? Oh, I don't remember. If you know and you're watching this VOD, please comment below. It'll make me feel good. I'll put a little heart by. Remember, anytime I see your comment on any part of Teacher Reacts, I will always put a little heart by it to make it work and whatnot, and show that it hit my eyes and everything. Oh man, this song's so good. I need another drink of water. This is the bad part about streaming is I talk way too freaking much. I wonder if anybody's actually watching me. I hope at some point someone is. If you are watching me at some point, please hit the like button. It makes me feel good about myself. Or talk to me while I gush over a bunch of Korean men. Man, they're lovely. Like them, the little, yeah, this little shot of them in front of like the height measurement thing that was like my favorite thing to look up when I was making the thumbnails and whatnot. I just saw that thumbnail for that video was great. That's also something I like about Xdinary Heroes. The videos always end up doing well on my channel. Next one is going to be a song we don't know, which is Bicycle. So we might as well see what Bicycle is about. Before we hop into that, I need another drink of water. Dang, I'm just... Oh no, stream suspended for policy reasons. Oh no. We're gonna pause. That's not good. What do you mean policy violation? That's not good. Maybe I can't. Okay, hold on. We're gonna stop streaming.